What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laness and today I'm going to extend this moss pole. So a few videos ago I potted up this plant and I attached the pole to the bottom and it's pretty secure. I attached it with a zip tie, but it's leaning forward a little bit. So before I extend the moss pole, I want to try and pull the moss pole back. I see that I have two holes here. I made two holes previously to attach the moss pole and it didn't work out. But now I'm gonna use those two holes to try and pull the moss pole back a little bit so it's straight. So I'm gonna try to put something through that. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna try. And this is how I secure the moss pole. Again, a couple of videos ago I showed how I did this, so let's see. I'm going to use some twine. Okay, I think that's pretty secure. Right now I can cut the excess off and I can attach the moss pole. Alright. So I actually like to use a gardening stick, a long gardening stick for my moss poles so it can be even more secure, because I figured that sometimes when I don't use that, they're like a little bendy, they're a little sketchy. So I'm gonna get that, and I'm also going to do some holes here with my handy dandy welding tool to put some zip ties and secure this moss pole to the other moss pole. After I was recording the video, I realized that I was using the moss pole completely wrong. I was looking back on Amazon and the instructions said that you are supposed to attach one moss pole to the other with one of the tabs in the back. So that was my bad. So I did all of this extra work of making the holes and attaching these zip ties for no reason. So these moss poles are actually awesome. I think that's a great mechanism. So I think I'm going to put the stick through the soil and then put a zip tie to it, and then zip tie the other moss pole to the stick as well. So believe it or not, I really enjoy doing plant chores. All of the plant chores, honestly, it helps me practice mindfulness. Like, I feel so relaxed whenever I'm doing plant chores, whether it's repotting, watering, checking for pests. I feel very in the moment, but I don't know, I really dread anything that has to do with moss, whether it's extending a moss pole. Alright, so I'm going to attach this first. I actually don't, so I like the look of these moss poles and I think they're very useful. I just don't like when I have to extend the moss pole. I think they're not the best for extensions. Again, I was not using the instructions correctly, but I'm gonna make them work. I don't even know how I'm going to do this, honestly. I feel like I didn't think this through. Okay, that's the back one, and I'm going to do some in the front. That is much better. Alright, an up close view, I put a zip tie through both of the holes that I made. So I made holes in the new moss pool and I made holes on the old moss pool. I lined them up and I put the zip tie through it. And then I put one zip tie in the front. So now I can fill it up with moss and I'll put the stick to make sure that this is straight. I have a bunch of Hoyas to repot. I got some new pots that I've been wanting. They're just clear pots. But because I use Pond, which is semi-hydro, I need to find something that fits those new pots for a water reservoir. So I'm going to try to go thrift shopping for that. Maybe I'll find some nice glass containers that serve as a water reservoir. I haven't imported plants from Ecuador in a long time, but they had a sale and they got me. They got me. And do I regret it? Gosh, the plants came in a terrible state, honestly. I got a couple of philodendrons and an anthurium. And even the anthurium, the leaves just look damaged, like they just don't look the best. But I know that the anthurium is going to bounce back because the roots were not that bad. But the philodendrons, I don't expect them to survive. And I wanted to make a video, but God, it is so sad. I don't think it's even worth showing y'all. So I put them in a mixture of moss and perlite in my cabinet, and hopefully they make a bounce back, but I really am not expecting anything from them. I think that's as far as I'm going to fill it, and when it needs more, I'll add more. Now I'm gonna put the stick. I love me a secure moss pool. Look at that. Whenever I need to shower the plant, I just lift it up like this, and this is not going anywhere. This is zip tied at the bottom. This is zip tied to the pole right here. It's just not going anywhere. If I try to hold it by this, it might, but if I hold the whole thing, this is not going anywhere. Boom. This one's all done. Next up is my Mandula pothos. Ooh, this one I'm very excited about because the leaves are growing really fast. They're growing so pretty. But I don't have a gardening stick to put in the bag, so I'm gonna have to go to the store and add that later on. I have a bunch more plants that are in moss pools. Actually, like 3 more plants that are in a moss pool and they need an extension, but those are in a different type of moss pool, so I have to order those first. So this Manjula has roots coming out through the bottom, but the plant doesn't show me any signs of stress, so I'm not going to repot it. This is secured and attached to the pot so well, I honestly don't think it needs to be repotted. Some plants can live like that, and I'm going to test it out. I'm all about testing theories and see what works. Unless she's showing signs of stress, I'm not going to repot it. Alright, this one came out much better because I made the holes on the back while the moss ball was already stapled in the front. So it looks much better, but gosh, did I struggle to put that zip tie through the back. So up close, I put the zip tie through the holes that I made in the back. And then it's got one zip tie right there to put both moss balls together. And now I can add the moss. Alright, so those were the two plants that I needed to add a moss ball to, at least here in the living room. I do have 2-3 more in my bedroom that have a different moss ball. I'm gonna try to order those moss balls this week because they are all the way to the top. I should have mentioned that I boil my moss because I'm pretty sure this thing comes with spider mites. So I boil my moss, so this is all pre-boiled and it's just a little wet. And I just store it that way it's ready to use when I need to use it. And I'm just wiping off all the little bits of moss that fell on the leaves. And I actually don't think this one needs a stick in the back. This seems pretty straight to me and stable. So this is the end of my video because I did not realize that my phone died and I am recording through my phone. But I'm going to link down below the moss balls from Amazon, just so you know it is an affiliate link, which means that if you purchase, I may get a small commission. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoy.